So we're back for the first race on Wednesday, which is the Ballymore Novices Hurdle. Oh, mate, again, this I think almost Shishkin-esque. I think we can keep this one short. BMG, good old Brave Man's Game. I quite liked this horse for the beginning of the season. I know the Nichols thing going to Cheltenham, all that sort of stuff, but that Chello Hurdle win was just so good. I don't think anything in Ireland's run anywhere near impressive enough to make me think this horse gets beat. There's a lingering doubt in the back of my mind that he's probably going to come second or third, or he's going to get mugged off by something. But I just can't see what it is. So for all intents and purposes, probably no, I can't say nap, but strong fancy for the Ballymore Brave Man's Game. But I'm putting up a fav. So come on, guys, give some people some content. Daryl, you look disgusted with me.
No. I do like. Do you know what? The only sizable anti-post bet I've had has been on Brave Man's Game, and I'm ashamed to admit it. It was after the fact; it wasn't before. So I took 6-1. I had a bit of a strong bet on him at 6-1, and it's one of the only ones that I have, just because of what he did towards the end of that race. Like, I think you can get carried away with it. I don't think Stargate's a 147 horse for a starter, so I wouldn't be taking that literally. But the time figure was good, and just the way. I don't know, like you can talk all day about time figures, and you can talk all day about form line and stuff, but when it comes to the Cheltenham Festival, you need to see a horse that gives you some sort of gut feeling inside, some sort of feeling where you go, fuck me, that I've seen a decent horse there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can push everything else aside, but when you know you've seen a decent horse, you know. And that's the only time I've really got that sort of feeling this season about seeing a proper horse. Like last year, I got it about Monkfish. I thought he was a cracking horse. This year, I got it about Brave Man's Game. Now, I'm exactly the same as you, Dave. It's Paul Nichols. You know, we probably should know better, really. And he's probably going to get nabbed and come third, run a really nice race, come third or second. Maybe something like Bob Ollinger might pick him up. I don't know. But what he did at the end of that Newbury race was really, really, really impressive for me, regardless of what he beat or what he didn't beat. So I really liked it. He got an RPR, race by rating, 157 for that. Massive that is in terms of going into this race. So I do like him. I'm not overly convinced by anything else apart from the Mullins horse that we spoke about earlier, Jamie, the Gillard de Missel.
Yeah.
I think he's a useful type. I think he could be a big danger. And if Bob Ollinger comes in here, I hope Bob Ollinger goes into Supreme. But Bob Ollinger comes in here, he's going to be a massive danger with that form line with Fernie Hello. I just worry about Bob Ollinger's head carriage a little bit. It's quite high for me. I don't know if he's putting it all in, but that might just suggest that he's got plenty more to come. But yeah, Brave Man's Game, I'm a big, big fan of his already. It's taken me a while to warm to him, but I'm certainly warming to him now.
Yeah, fair enough. And I know we said about the Nichols thing, because I think it is worth mentioning. We know that like Elliot and Willie Mullins are the ones that mop these types of races up. But he's as good a trainer as anybody, and he's by far the best trainer in the UK. So like he'll be able to get the horse to go there and win. Matt, I mean, we mentioned, like, I can't even say his name out loud. You talk about him, and I think it's worth mentioning as well the fact that we didn't mention him in the Supreme. But do you have any doubt in your mind that Bob Ollinger goes anywhere other than the Ballymore, especially after what he saw Brave Man's Game do?
No, I think he'll still go for the Ballymore, Bob Ollinger. Obviously, he couldn't help but be impressed by Brave Man's Game, but as Darryl said, I think the danger to Brave Man's Game is something doing him for toe up the hill. And Bob Ollinger definitely slow with being able to go with Fernie Hollow. I think probably my natural way of thinking with the novice hurdles as well, that I like one that could go Supreme or Ballymore rather than one that could go Ballymore or Albert Bartlett. So yeah, I'm less confident on Bob Ollinger after I've seen Brave Man's Game, but I'd still just side with Bob Ollinger, I think, at nearly double the price. Just think he jumps really well. Proven that he can go around 2 miles with Fernie Hollow, and yeah, still like Bob Ollinger, Dave.
Right, so one that I've got to mention before we move on to Jamie for you, Matt, is man like Farouk Delan. Because we both...
Here he goes with this horse again, like. He won't run.
it paid for Christmas, didn't it? But if he came to Cheltenham,
I know. We said he'd win. Why did you say would he win? Because he was going right-handed there.
Correct, but he was a bit. But Matt, do you reckon because we like him for an hour bar? Do you think he could come here?
No, I don't think he'll come here. He'll not come for Ballymore. I think he'll go Albert Bartlett. But James, do you think that right-handed thing's a massive issue?
You see horses go all over the place, Matt, in an Albert Bartlett, so it wouldn't worry me in the slightest. But I think the Albert Bartlett has got a better race over the years. The last couple of years, it's got been a better race. Before you could have I'll never forget. A friend of mine walked down the road and he said to me, "Bertie's Dream is going to win the Albert Bartlett." I said, "What?" Do you know what I mean? And then he wins. It's a very strange race, the Albert Bartlett, but it's kind of got better as the years. Like your Penn Hill there won it there a couple of years ago. But I wouldn't be sold on him going because I think there'd be Farouk Dillon probably running the 3 mile novice at Punchestown or something like that at the end of the year, and he'd probably be discounted, and he'd be a decent price on the day. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he'll run, Matt. I don't think he kind of goes that way, didn't he?
He wasn't bad last time out there, was he? I didn't think he was anywhere near as bad, and he jumped better. He jumped better.
He did jump better, but I wouldn't be touching him for it. Wouldn't be going near him. Do you know?
Right.
No, I'd wait for a Fairy House or Punchestown for him.
I was going to say with that, I've kind of agree with Jenny that he'll probably end up Punchestown, but I hope he doesn't. But Albert Bartlett, innit? What are you doing? This is the Ballymore preview month, right? Jamie, I mean, to be fair, I ignited that fire and I knew it was going to cause conflict. Just want to give the viewers something, a bit of content. So, Daryl's definitely mentioned the one that's probably could go off. Well, will definitely go off a lot shorter than he is now. Like Gaillard du Mesnil, he's seen some money this week. Is there anyone else we haven't mentioned, Jamie, that we should talk about? And then obviously there's not. So how impressed were you with Brave Man's Game?
Oh, I'd be taking him on anyway. Yeah.
Why?
I thought that was just a crap race the last day, to be honest with you. He's just got his own way in front, and that was it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just like them and Dare a couple of years, all those years. Oh, but seriously, I agree with Darren said earlier about people saying, "Oh, Epatante was the greatest at the moment," and then has a bad run and she's crap the next, right? How can you compare Brave Man's Game to them, man? Seriously, like I know you English over there clutching at straws trying to beat the Irish at the old horse racing, but we'll leave that for another day. But
who's the one
back then? I just stick Dave like you that I've backed Fernie Hollow for the Supreme. He's gone, and now I've backed Appreciate for the Ballymore, and he's not going to probably run. So that's it. I agree with Matt. I like Bob Ollinger because the form line with Fernie Hollow. Because if you can keep up with Fernie Hollow, I kind of agree with Matt when he says, "Would you prefer a horse that can go Supreme Ballymore than Ballymore Albert Bartlett?" And I totally agree because Envoyan would have won the Supreme last year anyway, regardless, and he could have run the Supreme, and no one would have beaten him in the Supreme. So I prefer that angle. Now, the only other one is what at the moment, Darryl mentioned it. I was really taken by that Gaillard du Mesnil. And if you look at the times at Leopardstown, right, the ground they mentioned the soft, David. Ground wasn't that bad for the times they were putting up at Leopardstown. So Leopardstown ground is funny because when it has no rain, it's an absolute road. So all of a sudden, then a little bit of rain, like as we mentioned in the last preview, it was good to yielding in December in Leopardstown before the rain even ever came. Do you know what I mean? On some of the tracks in Leopardstown. So you have to factor that in, that Leopardstown is probably one of the quickest tracks and the most demanding tracks in Ireland. So at the moment, I'm just sick of Appreciate. I hope Willie Munn's finds a horse for the Supreme and Appreciate to go here because I think Appreciate will win. But at the moment, after that, it'll have to be Bob Ollinger and Gaillard du Mesnil for me, yeah. But I'm going to wait to have a bet on the day, I'd say, because I'm just sick of Appreciate probably won't run.
Yeah, killer in it. I would have thought Appreciate probably being this or the Albert Bartlett. So you're like, wait, hang on a minute. You haven't even got Brave Man's Game in the first 3.
I don't like him, no. Wait, he probably will be in the first 3 if Appreciate runs in the Supreme. The law of averages.
Go on,
I think the Irish horse is just better, Dave. I think Bob Ollinger will pick him up for a bit of toe in the end.
No, I just wanted to ask the Irish lad's opinion on this Cape Gentleman. He won really easily. At
do you want the one the Irish deserve it?
Yeah, he won the Irish Star the round before, didn't he?
What's he rated? 106 in the flat or something I've seen. I looked at him last day. I looked at his video. He needs to jump a little bit better, but look, that was his only run. I presume he'll go Dublin Racing Festival next year, I suppose.
Yeah.
He entered in the. Is he? I must check to see if he's entered in the Lawlers of Naas Grade 1 there. It's on next Sunday week. That'll tell a lot.
But that will tell a lot. Yeah, you're right.
Irish.
Yeah, he is.
So have a look at him there. Take a punt on him if you want beforehand, but I'd rather watch him because it's second run over hurdles. I'd rather watch and see how good he is then. That could be a deep race though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it will be. It's always a deep race, isn't it? It's always very telling as well.
It's a very telling thing. And normally, for some reason or another, it turns up good enough ground on the day in the middle of January for Naas. When Naas can be a bog any day of the week. But
it's probably worth us mentioning that. I know we spoke a lot about Leopardstown, and because we've seen a lot of horses run there, like some horses really don't like Leopardstown.
No,
you know, the likes of Abracadabra, etc. Fury Road we'll come on to later, but like there's a lot of horses that you can forgive a run. I think the more telling races are yet to come. So I do think you can forgive a horse a run or two before Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Right. One to cap off this, because if anyone's watched this far, then congratulations. You've won £100 prize. You haven't really, but you've won the prize of, Matt mentioned this horse earlier. Matt mentioned him to me, and I didn't want to break his little heart, but Magic Tricks. Matt mentioned him for the Supreme. Gloire de Fond's done nothing for the form after. He is entered in the Lauder of Naas Sunday. That's 2.5 miler. I think he's going to come Ballymore. He wants to step up in trip. He showed the speed to win at 2 miles. I think he is very interested before that run on Sunday. Now, obviously, that goes with the caveat that I'd expect him to win on Sunday for him to come and be a contender in this race. But just think he's a big enough prize. I think even on the exchange, you can still get a bit on him. So, he definitely needs to mention Magic Tricks. Just because I don't think anyone will have him possibly on their radar as a Ballymore horse, but that entry has made me think he could be a lively one if he gets declared. Any more for the Ballymore, or should we leave it at that? Done, didn't we? Right, Ballymore done.